Jace Thomas, Morning Blend. I'm here today with Chris Woolsey. It's that time again. We're going to be talking about August. And the first thing we're going to talk about is what's going to be on Crackle. Chris.
James, thanks for having me, man. Always the highlight of my week when I get to talk to my friend James.
I'll send a check later. Okay.
That's it. That's it. Well, we have got a lot of great stuff. Crackle, I always try and tie a theme in whenever we talk about what's going on. And man, Crackle is just action, action, action in August. Out of the gate, we have Mad Max Fury Road for the first half of the month. We had it in July, and then we also have it for a bit in August. Man, if you haven't seen this one, it is insane. I've been a fan of the franchise since I was a little kid, and George Miller just continues to improve as a director. And in a lot of ways, this is actually my favorite of all the Mad Max movies. I think it's exceptional. Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy are out of this world, and it's just the stunts in this, in my opinion, are some of the greatest stunts, at least automotive stunts, ever.
So what else you got for us?
We've got San Andreas, starring Wayne "The Rock" Johnson, your friend and mine. Super fun disaster film. Who doesn't love a good disaster film? He plays a helicopter pilot married to Carla Gugino from Watchmen, and he's got to rescue his I guess it's his ex-wife and his daughter after a 9.0 earthquake hits Los Angeles. And it's just fun. It's exactly what you want with good old Wayne. Just lots of action, lots of things blowing up, and crazy helicopter stuff. So really, really fun title.
Now you got something else called Loose Cannons coming, right?
Yes. So this is one of those movies, you know how every once in a while on a streaming platform, they'll pull an old gem from like the 70s or the 80s, and you're like, I completely forgot about this movie. This is Loose Cannons. It's so fun. This is Gene Hackman and Dan Aykroyd at their finest. This is one of Gene Hackman's funniest movies. I always forget, just because he's such a great dramatic actor, I always forget how funny he is. And he plays kind of a tough, no-nonsense cop, and he gets put in with Dan Aykroyd. He gets paired up with Dan Aykroyd, who is a detective who is a genius, but is also somewhere on the spectrum, and does all kinds of really bizarre stunts while they're out there trying to fight crime. And it pretty much just drives Gene Hackman to drink the entire movie. It's great.
So what else? You got something called The Stone Killer.
Yes, this is another one that I actually didn't see this as a kid because my parents were paying attention and didn't let me watch this. But I wish I had watched it as a kid because it's an amazing film. So this is a Charles Bronson classic. So this is like in the vein of Death Wish or Mr. Majestic, the classic Charles Bronson films. It is awesome. It's like there are car chases. There's a car chase in here where he's chasing a guy on a motorcycle that, I mean, it's a miracle everyone in the film wasn't killed. I mean, you've got to see what they did in terms of car stunts. I mean, Mad Max is the best of the best, but Stone Killer is right behind him. I mean, Charles Bronson is just doing things in this car that should not be physically possible. It's great.
And last but not least, what we got?
Everybody Hates Chris. So just to give you a little break from the action so you can catch your breath. We've got Everybody Hates Chris. We just got 2 new seasons of that series, and starring Tyler James Williams, who everybody's been excited about with Abbott Elementary, which has won a ton of awards. Terry Crews, of course, from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, is genius as Chris's dad in this show. And of course, Chris Rock is the narrator since the series is loosely based on his life. But really good stuff. Kind of something for everyone on Crackle as usual. But really, if you're looking for action, if you're looking to keep the heat going this summer, Crackle's the one for you.
All right, Chris, thank you so much for letting us know what's going to be on Crackle for August. Next week, we're going to talk about Redbox.
All right. Thanks, James.
All right.